Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's 6 at 6. I'm Pastor Ralph Graves Jr. So glad to have you here this morning. I want to talk about humble surrender. We'll be in 1 Peter 5, 6, and 7. It says this: humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he might exalt you in due time. Cast all your care upon him, for he careth for you. This passage is powerful because Peter connects humility with surrender. Most people think pride only looks like arrogance. We think of pride, you might think of, sports people, but pride doesn't just look like arrogance. Pride also looks like refusing to release your burdens to God. I got it. I got it. I got it. I can handle it. Man up. Be alpha male. Girl, you got this. Okay. That also looks like pride. When I refuse to give my burdens to God. Pride says I can handle it myself. Pride says I have to figure things out on my own. Pride carries pressure God never asked you to carry. That's what pride does. But Apostle Peter says, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God. That means come low enough to admit that you need him. And can I tell you what makes this difficult? We live in a culture that glorifies self-sufficiency. Everybody wants to appear strong, even me. Everybody wants to appear unbothered. Everybody wants to project the image that they have it all together. Meanwhile, people are privately drowning under anxiety and pressure, fear, frustration, emotional exhaustion. But Peter jumps on the scene and he says, humility is not weakness. Humility is surrender to God. And then he says something powerful: that he might exalt you in due time. Notice the wording, due time. Not your time, not rushed time, not emotional time, but due time. One of the hardest things for believers is trusting God's timing. We don't mind God blessing us. We just want him to do it when? Immediately. But God will never allow premature elevation to destroy your soul. He won't do it. Sometimes the waiting season is developing your character. Sometimes the delay is protecting your future. Sometimes God is preparing you privately before he exposes you to the world publicly. And hear me carefully this morning. Just because it has not happened yet does not mean God has forgotten you. And Peter gives us clear instruction that most believers struggle with. He says, casting all your cares upon him. Now, that word casting means to throw it over onto something stronger than yourself. God never asked you to carry tomorrow. God never asked you to carry everybody else's expectations. God never asked you to carry guilt from your past. God never asked you to carry anxiety that keeps stealing your peace. Some of you become emotional pack mules, as I like to say, carrying weights Jesus already paid for at Calvary. And the reason you're so exhausted is because you're trying to hold things in your hands that belong in God's hands. Peter says, cast all your cares, not some of them, not small ones, but all of them. Family pressure, financial stress, ministry burden, silent heartbreak, the disappointment nobody knows about. He says, throw it all on him. And I love why Peter says we can do this. For he cares for you. That means God is not distant. That means God is not disconnected from us. That means God is not ignoring your pain. It means he cares. He cares about what keeps you awake at night. He cares about the tears you never posted publicly. He cares about the pressure you smile through. He cares about the battle in your mind. And somebody watching this live needs to hear this clearly. You are not alone in this season. Let me encourage you before I get off. God sees you. God knows. God cares. Stop carrying what God told you to cast. So before I leave this recording, I need you to declare this with me over your life. I release every burden to God, and I trust his timing for my life. One more time. I release every burden to God, and I trust his timing for my life. That's all I got today. I'll see you Monday at 6 a.m. God bless.